This is our current project. It's a staircase that we're going to build, and it's made out of concrete. We kind of didn't know that going in, but now we do. So I'm making some skirts for the side. That's my template there, and I got one right here, and that's going to be for that side right there. And I'm going to box it in right here on the sides. So you have wood coming all the way up, around, and down, and then on that side. And then I'll put the wood in between that. What you see on the steps is the Bosix roll coat. That's a primer that we use so that the glue bonds easier too. So I got my templates made for my skirts on the staircase. That's the actually the outside. The inside one's over here. And I went ahead and bought some, I think it's clear pine, I don't know. It's pretty good wood though. Nice and straight. And this one, they're both 8-footers, that's all they come in. So I'm gonna cut off the excess there, and that's my template for the inside skirt. So I went ahead and traced that out. See, I'm gonna cut it all, and I'll paint it. And then this one's a little more narrow. But I'll cut that out, paint it, I'll go back to the job, and we'll put them on. Okay, so we got all of our skirts cut, and I got some other miscellaneous wood cut, and I'm gonna go ahead and primer that right now. And I got this little tray that I like to use for the small roller, and the tray itself looks like that one over there. I don't know if you can see it right there, but what I do is I line it with aluminum foil, that way I don't have to clean it up. And then I'll go ahead and give this a coat, get it painted. What I like to do too is I'll probably go to the job and get everything cut exact, and then bring it back and put another coat on it before I put it up. Because sometimes when you make your cuts, it especially on the risers of these steps we're going to be doing, it leaves marks and stuff. So there's my templates over there, and that's the finished part of what I cut. We got our truck loaded up with the skirts that I cut. There's 2 of them right there. Went ahead and put a coat of paint on them. All these other boards are the other, you'll see right now when we get to the job, it's kind of boxed in the staircase basically. So we just got a couple coats of paint on that. I'm gonna try to pre-fit everything. I might have to bring it back to the shop and do my final cuts. We are gonna maybe put up the left skirt today, and then I gotta measure off of that. And then we still got some stuff to do on the steps. We gotta level one of them, and then we gotta sand and primer the edges, because the way we're gonna do this, when we put up the skirts, the staircase is cement, so we can't use any nails. So we're gonna use our Cool Glide, and we're gonna use a liquid nail. Well, it's actually construction adhesive by Sika. So I'll show you how we do that later when we get to the job. All right, so we went to the job and we pre-fit everything, and all this fits. The other skirt I installed because it was good. This one I didn't paint the back of it, and what I did was I put it up and I marked a pencil line where the white would show on the skirt on the inside of the step. And the part that I left raw right there is where it's going to be glued up. So I didn't want to put any paint there because the glue won't stick that well. And this one I had to modify. I had to router out the ends right there for the bolts on the handrail. And then you see where I sanded it right there? That's where I'm going to glue it to the concrete. And then this one right here I had to cut like at a kind of like an angle. I don't know if you can see it. It's bigger on the top over there and it gets smaller down here. And then I had to cut that and sand it and everything. So I'm gonna repaint that, which I did. And then I'll flip these over, give it another coat. And then I actually painted my shoe. I got various types of shoe that I'm gonna put on. I don't know which one I'm gonna use yet, but I got different sizes there. So we're gonna take all this back to the job and start installing it. And then we'll do our touch-up afterwards. All right, so we're back on the job. Got all our molding ready. I'm gonna go ahead and put our side pieces on right now. See our skirts right here where you can see where we sanded and primed. That's where we're gonna glue it on. The side's already glued over here. And then you see where I had to float the top right there. I'm gonna pop that off right now. We're gonna try to lay the top, work our way down. See how we put our skirts on the side? That one right there is still drying. And then over here, it's all boxed in. So the wood will run from side to side. And you won't see no gaps there. And then the top, we got all our steps laid out right here in books. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4. And then the landing's a separate install. That tape you see is the Cool Glide tape. That's this right here. I'll show you how that's done right now. Okay, so we got our steps done, as you can see right here. And the reason I'm able to kneel on these right now is because I got my tape right here with the Cool Glide. So I'm able to melt it and it holds it together. And I'm gonna keep going this way right here on the top step. So right now what I do is I just, see how I got the glue on the outside of the tape? So I'll put this piece in right here. And I have my shim. I'll bring it over just as far as it can go to the shim. And then go over all the way. And then I'll put this piece in right here. And then when I Cool Glide it, I'm gonna start about right here. I'll melt it, and that'll allow it not to slip. This glue right here is very slippery. It's got good suction on it, but when it comes down to moving side to side, it moves a lot until it dries. It is a good glue, but so once I actually Cool Glide it too, what'll happen here, see that gap? I'll be able to make this stationary so that I can pull this over, bring this over, and then once it's dry, I can pull up on top of it. So basically with the Cool Glide, all I do is I'm gonna heat it up. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna straddle it right here because the next one will be that right there. So I'm just gonna put it kind of in the center here and then right there. I use it, well actually, let me see. Right now it's on low, I'm gonna switch it to high. So I'll set this piece first. So when you do like a nail down, you're able to nail the floor and then it won't move. Then you can tap everything over, but this kind of serves as a nail just till the glue dries. So now this is set right here. You gotta put a little bit of pressure on it. I'm gonna go grab some tools and then I'll move this one over and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, steps are all done. Everything's all painted. All glued on with the white risers. On to the next one.